Well, it often seems like fiscal cliff negotiations are playing a high-stakes game of chicken, neither side willing to back down at this point. But are we starting to see some cracks? Texas Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison joins us now with her predictions on the fate of the negotiations and much more. Senator, thank you for your time today.
Hey, thank you, Shannon.
I want to ask you about the fact that we have now publicly seen a number of Republicans, including your Senate colleagues Coburn and Corker, publicly say they may be willing to go ahead with what's being proposed by the president as far as raising tax rates on upper income earners. What's your take?
Well, I think that many Republicans are feeling pressured and really up against a wall. No one wants the tax rates to go up, which is what would happen if we don't do anything. And I think that the president did win the election, and he's certainly pressing that button. I don't think people like it. I don't think we ought to be raising taxes on anyone, but I just hope that the president will in some way maybe not make it so stark and will allow us to do something on the spending side. Because if we just raise the taxes and we don't do anything about the spending, I think it will be a terrible signal that we just can't get our act together and deal with the real deficits and debt that we have.
I want to ask you about something else you're working on in the Senate, the ACHIEVE Act. Republicans have taken a lot of heat on the issue of immigration. So what would the ACHIEVE Act do, and what do you think are its odds of success?
What we're trying to do is give these young people who have come to our country with their parents illegally, but through no fault of their own. They were under 14, they were children. Generally, they have gone to American high schools and graduated, and we're trying to give them a legal status that is a visa, that is a student visa, and then a work visa, that as long as they are producing for our country and for themselves and their families, that they would be able to keep and renew all the way. It doesn't give them a citizenship track unless they seek that separately, which they are not prohibited from doing, but it gives them a legal status in this country where they do not have to face deportation or worry about it.
Do you have any, or do you hope or believe that you will get any Democratic co-sponsors on this?
I think the Democrats understand that we need to do something because this is a time-sensitive issue. These are young people who are graduating. They go to college and then they have difficulty getting jobs. We need to really deal with this in a way that can pass the House and Senate and be signed by the president. And we believe, Senator Kyle and myself and Senator McCain, that at least if we take the first step and give them a legal status, then we can deal with other issues in immigration reform, like certainly making our borders more secure and dealing with visas for people to come in and work legally. We need to deal with all of these issues, and I think that all of us agree with that goal. It's just that we need to get started.
And quickly, Senator, I want to ask you, we've been talking about a special we have tonight, 9 o'clock, about the space exploration program. I know it's very important to your home state there in Texas. Your thoughts on where we are and where we're going?
Well, Shannon, I'm so pleased that Fox is doing this special because space exploration has given our country so much in the way of economic development, in technology, and in having the superiority in the skies. The satellites have given us the ability to have a stronger national defense where we can do satellite-guided missiles that can go from 3 miles out to hit a window, which means you don't have as much collateral damage. You don't kill innocent people. And all of these are great things, but to stop would be unthinkable for our country. And you have Gene Cernan on. He's a great hero, the last man to walk on the moon. He worked with Neil Armstrong, myself, and Senator Bill Nelson to assure that manned exploration is continued as a priority in our country. So my hat's off to Gene Cernan and Neil Armstrong and all the other astronauts who have been willing to take the risk. And we must back them up by making it a priority for America to stay superior in space exploration. It's given us so many advantages.
Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison, Republican of Texas, thank you very much for your time today.
Hey, thank you, Shannon. Thank you for doing that special on space.
9 o'clock tonight.
That's what Christmas is all about.